part 2. All right, last one for part 2, example 5. Let's try this one. Parenthesis, x minus 4 squared equals 12. All right, I'm about to give somebody a prize, just one person, not 2 people. I'm making an I'm a winner sign, just ready to go. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to just wing it with me. Not try it yourself first, not be guaranteed an answer, just being willing just to try it. You got to be brave. Who's with me? 1, 2? No one else? I'll help you. Not going for it? 3. Okay, let's see.
It's gonna be 3.
1. All right, okay, just settle it down, Zach. Later in life, he's going to be like an old man, and he's going to be like, your kid is going to be like writing an essay for high school and be like, what's some adversity you faced, Grandpa? And you'll be like, ho, let me tell you. Then you're going to take out your scrapbook and open it up and be like, these are I'm a winner signs, and I didn't get one for 3 days in a row. Okay, go for it.
More like a week.
Good.
I'm gonna say put the x minus 4 in a box.
Now, if you did that, then you could move we're still going to do it.
Oh, I thought you were just like, nope, that's not it.
No, I mean, no, it's not the fastest way. It's kind of like you saying, we could just put this in quadratic formula. Like, yeah, we could, and that would solve it. You're right. It would solve it, but I'm going to suggest a faster way. So if you put this in a box, then you'd move the 12 over, and then you'd factor it, right? But that would take a long time. Instead, we can just get rid of the square right now. So what should we do to get rid of the square right now? So I'm going to square root both sides. This leaves me with x minus 4 over here equals, and over here I'm going to write plus or minus the square root of 12. Although, I still need you with me, Michaela. You can break down 12 into what? 3 and 4, which is what, a pair of 2's? So tell it to me again. X minus 4 equals plus or minus?
2 times the square root of 3.
Good. 2 times the square root of 3. And now I'm not quite done because I want to get the x by itself. So how do I move that final bit over? So this is x equals 4 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 3. Great job. Get a prize. And to be clear, your way would have worked. You would have just had to put it in the quadratic formula then. Yeah, you see how there's a square root in the answer? So this would have been like one of those. Do you remember how the quadratic formula is always like negative b plus or minus b squared, and there's like a square root there? So there you just made it. There it is. Okay, so let's remember how to do the quadratic formula quick, and then we'll be done. Okay? Remember, this is just day 1. I never wrote today's date on here, which is 10-3. All right, we're going to do 2 more examples just to remember how to do the quadratic formula. Tomorrow, I am going to give you a program, so you never have to do it by hand again, but I do want to make sure you can do it by hand just once. All right, example 6. Let's do x squared minus 4x equals a negative 2. All right. I heard Ms. Dahlstrom say that there's a song for this, and I can't tell you how much I hate that song. Mr. Mank used to make everybody listen to it, and every time I bring up the quadratic formula, does yours sound, what does yours go like? Go ahead.
The opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Oh, that's kind of cute, actually. His was something different.
Player is the van will be leaving at 2:30. The van will be leaving at 2:30.
Mank.
Your phone and everything. I'm ready for this.
Maybe he's not even there.
This is Brian.
Hi there, Mr. Mank. You're on speakerphone with my advanced math class.
Well, that's exciting.
Isn't it so exciting? You don't feel any pressure at all, right?
Oh,
Yeah, okay. I was telling them that you used to make kids memorize like an annoying song for the quadratic formula.
oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, do you still remember it?
I do.
You gonna sing it?
No.
What was it to the tune of?
Give me just a second. I'm going to find it. I'll pull it up and I'll play it for you.
Okay. Because Miss Dahlstrom had one that she remembered too, but hers sounded like, what does yours sound like?
Pop goes the weasel.
Pop Goes the Weasel. And I don't think yours was to Pop Goes the Weasel.
No, it was way more annoying than that.
Yeah, I hated it. The Pop Goes the Weasel one was kind of cute. She sang it, she was like, oh, divided by 2a. And I'm like, aww. And when people used to sing yours, I wanted to die. Why am I calling you up and showing this to them? Because they're nice people.
Almost ready.
Okay. Aren't you enjoying this, Jenna? Jenna's gonna watch a Zoom recording of this later.
All right, you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, hold on. Hi, boys and girls. Are you ready to learn the quadratic formula song?
Mm-mm.
X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a.
What is that song? It's horrible. We all hate it, Mr. Ming.
That was so bad.
Are you still playing it? He's still playing it.
Okay, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. It's so bad. They didn't believe me. All right, thanks for indulging me.
Yep, you got it.
Bye.
All right, see ya.
That's a nice thing, right? To call him up and tell him that he had a horrible song and ask him what that horrible song was. All right, why did I move them all in this?
He even admitted
It's horrible.
Horrible.
it's like something off of Elmo.
Mm-hmm.
Or Barney.
It's like
The tune is so like.
Barney.
It's in the fact that it's like it doesn't care. It's like
Mm-hmm.
X equals.
But the fact that like he says, okay kids, let's learn the quadratic equation. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
that's not meant for, you know.
Yeah, because like 7-year-olds are going to be like, let's go. Although I will tell you that Penny, by choice, not by suggestion from me, I had nothing to do with it, I promise, listens regularly to a video where they list off the numerals of pi, like the digits of pi, 3.1415, etc. And she's got it memorized for like 4 minutes.
Wow.
I know. And so sometimes she'll just be like 3.1415, and like she's just dancing, and I'm like, yeah, and I should be like proud, right? Because I'm a math teacher, and I'm like, what is happening? I know. All right, we'll play it later when we're not recording. Sorry, Jenna. Okay, so why did I put them all on one side?
Because A, B, and C.
Right, and it's the same thing with factoring. You want it to equal 0. This is A, this is B, this is C. If it is negative, that negative travels with it, like that. If there's nothing in front of it, it's a 1. All right, so X equals negative B. Now, B is already negative, so what is it going to be? Positive 4. Plus or minus the square root of B squared. What's negative 4 squared? 16 minus 4 times 1 times 2. Okay, Mrs. Dahlstrom, would you do me a favor? Would you update our wall with all of our assignments over there? I haven't done that in a couple days. Divided by 2a, so 2 times 1, which is x equals 4 plus or minus, what would this be, 16 minus 8? Which is 8 over 2. Okay, now what does the square root of 8 break down to? 4 and 2, which is 2 and 2. So a pair of 2's come out. So now I have x equals 4 plus or minus 2 square roots of 2 over 2. Am I going way too fast? Almost done. Since you're dividing by 2, you know how if you divide lots of things by 2 and they all divide by 2, then you can just do them all individually. So what's 4 divided by 2? And these ones also cancel out. So So that's 2 plus or minus the square root of 2, and that's your answer. That's a quadratic formula, good old quad form. Okay.
No.
Now, I'm gonna ask you, do you want me just to go, this is one of those times when we're gonna do like the one section over 3 days. Do you want me to give you your assignment right now? Again, this is not gonna be due until Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with 2 other parts, right, added to it. Do you wanna work on it right now, or do you wanna do one more of these with me to make sure that you understand the quadratic formula? One more? Should we do a prize on this one? All right, example 7. You know what, let's do it this way. Here's what we're going to do. Everybody look up. I'm gonna grab the problem we did from example 1. 6x squared plus 7x minus 3 equals 0. And we already know from example 1 that the answer is negative 3/2 and positive 1/3. And if you're wondering, how do you get 2 answers out of a problem like this? How do you get 2 answers out of a problem like this?
The plus or minus.
The plus or minus. If you wanted decimals, it would be 2 plus the square root of 2 and 2 minus the square root of 2. Okay? So anyway, they end up being whole numbers here where it ends up being negative 3/2 and positive 1/3. So instead of